Well, guys, I cannot wait for January 6th, 2025, because guess what's going to happen, guys? Kamala Harris is going to have to certify the election win of President Trump. Now, she got blown out by President Trump. It was a convincing victory, and it's going to be interesting to see what she's going to say if any Democrats actually object to votes for President Trump. Now, Democrats have been objecting to Republican victories ever since 2000. Now, guys, we know that the Democrats really didn't want Trump to come back in office now. And apparently, there may actually be a plot for the Democrats to commit their own insurrection, guys. Now, we know that the left's going to lose their minds on January 6th. It's going to happen. They despise the Orange Man, even though the American people overwhelmingly wanted Trump back in office. So, guys, like I said, man, it's going to be interesting to see what happens on January 6th. Kamala Harris having to certify the election. Boy, that is amazing right there. That is amazing. President Trump will be the 47th president of the U.S. However, guys, look at this right here. Democrat lawyers call for Congress to block Trump from taking office. Now, guys, that sounds like an insurrection, right? If they actually want Congress to block Trump from taking office. Now, folks, we know that's not going to happen, okay? The Republicans control the House. Now, if the Republicans actually block Trump, boy, they're going to lose their jobs. Okay? But it's not going to happen, guys. Now, I believe this all stems from an article put up by two lawyers that wrote for The Hill. Okay? Now, this is absolutely astonishing, guys, right here, because we were told if you actually challenge an election, you are an election denier. So apparently, these two lawyers right here are election deniers. Now, the term election deniers, man, that actually comes from Democrats only when Republicans actually challenge election losses. Okay? But if Democrats do it, it's perfectly okay, right? It is perfectly okay. It says here, two Democrat lawyers call for Congress to block President-elect Donald Trump from taking office in an op-ed published by The Hill on Thursday, prompting disbelief and ridicule from Republicans. In the piece titled, quote, Congress has the power to block Trump from taking office, but lawmakers must act now, lawyers Evan A. Davis and David M. Schultz argued that the Constitution says an insurrectionist is ineligible to be president, and the evidence of Donald Trump's engaging in such insurrection is overwhelming. Now, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Maybe these lawyers actually know that Trump is not an insurrectionist. They probably know that. For one thing, President Trump was never, ever, ever charged with insurrection for January 6th. And newsflash, guys, no one, absolutely no one, has been charged with insurrection that was involved in January 6th of 2021. No one, zero people. But the Democrats really use that terminology right there to pander to their uneducated voters. Because I'm willing to bet, guys, that there's a bunch of Democrat voters out there that believe that Trump is an insurrectionist when he was never charged with insurrection. And by the way, guys, this post here from The Hill about Congress has the power to block Trump from taking office, but lawmakers must act now. It's getting ratioed big time. 5,900 likes to 12,000 comments. Yeah. But we were told that insurrection is bad, right? But it definitely seems like they're plotting an insurrection right here. I mean, they are coping hard, folks, with President Trump winning this election convincingly. And we all know it was a convincing victory. Now, some people are actually thinking that we wouldn't actually get the election results on election night. But it took a little bit past midnight, and then it was clear Donald Trump had been elected. Some people were actually thinking it would actually take a few days or so, even though they were still counting days later. But this thing, folks, was just too big to rig. Look here. This is what these so-called lawyers actually wrote right here. It says the Constitution provides that an oath-breaking insurrectionist is ineligible to be president. This is the plain wording of Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Quote, no person shall hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who having previously taken an oath to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. Close quote. The disability can be removed by a 2/3 vote in each house. And that's not going to happen, folks. It is not going to happen. Disqualification is based on insurrection against the Constitution and not the government. The evidence of Donald Trump's engaging in such insurrection is overwhelming. The matter has been decided in 3 separate forums, 2 of which were fully contested with the active participation of Trump's counsel. Yeah, they're wrong. They're wrong. Trump is not an insurrectionist. January 6th was not an insurrection. And there is no way in the world, man, that 2/3 of Congress are going to try to oust Trump. It is not going to happen. If that happens, guys, I got to be honest then. It'll be full-blown civil war then. Because the people, man, overwhelmingly voted for Trump. And those electors, man, they're actually supposed to go in and vote for, they're supposed to vote for whoever that state actually elected. Now, of course, you know, you're probably going to have some faithless electors, and it shouldn't happen like that, but it does happen. I believe in 2016, we had one faithless elector here in Texas. Shouldn't have happened, but it does. However, even if you do have one, chances are it's not going to overturn the election results here. I mean, boy, and they even bring up Trump's second impeachment, which he was acquitted of. I mean, they actually impeached, I should actually say, a president that wasn't president anymore. He had already left office. Donald Trump left office the date he was supposed to. He didn't stay one day later at all. Just because he challenged an election, you guys didn't like it? Now you want to call him an insurrectionist? That's ridiculous, man. This ridiculous. I can't believe, man, that The Hill actually wrote this article. But this isn't the first time, guys. Remember Hollywood in 2016. Dare I say, I guess you could say they were committing an insurrection when they put out a whole video, Hollywood celebrities, man, basically telling the electors not to vote for Trump, even though the people elected him. Why wasn't that actually called an insurrection, folks? Yes, Hollywood celebrities, man. They actually did that. Martin Sheen was on it. Some other people as well. Some of them said, oh, we're not telling you to necessarily vote for Hillary Clinton. No, that's exactly what you were saying without saying it. We all know that. You only made that video because Trump won. So there you have it, man. There you have it right there, man. The Democrat plot of insurrection, man, it's not going to happen. Trump will be the 47th president. And you better deal with it. You got 4 years. 4 years. And probably after that, you probably got another 8 years of another Republican after that. So that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.